I guess one of the best parts about it is that when you get frustrated of all the challenges and the paperwork and the meetings and everything that goes with building a project like this, you come outside, you see the sunset, you see the sea, and you really realize not only is it an amazing project, but it's an amazing setting.
But this awesome setting creates hidden problems for the engineers. With Phase 1 complete, the island reclaimed, the Palm now faces its biggest enemy, the environment. Nature will permanently try to destroy anything built in its way. The bigger the megastructure, the bigger the problem. From the start of construction, there has been one issue engineers know they will face: the problem of erosion. All beaches are constantly affected by waves, but with a man-made island, the problem is exaggerated. These beaches are not naturally replenished with sand by the sea. If nature won't do it, someone has to. Otherwise, the whole island will be washed away. Only now the island is complete can they see the full extent of the problem. Engineers have studied every metre of the Palm's 56-kilometre coastline, analysing the effect the waves have on its shape. The results show the sand is gradually being washed away in some places and built up further along the structure. Left unchecked, the beaches will no longer be straight, and Paradise Island will fail. But the engineers are confident that through constant maintenance, they can keep the intricate palm shape. Just when the developers think they've cracked the problem, an even bigger dilemma rears its head. Beach erosion is also affecting the Dubai coastline on a much bigger scale. Dubai is famous for its beautiful beaches. Could the success of the megastructure cause the mainland's downfall? Normally, the currents evenly push the sand along the coastline, keeping the beach straight. By building a massive structure so close to the shoreline, wave movement in the area has altered. The current is changing the shape of the coastline. In some places, sand is deposited, extending the beaches out to sea. In others, the beach is eroded away. And initial research shows some worrying facts. In some places, the shoreline could be eroded by 5 to 10 meters per year. Eventually, it could destroy mainland resorts, property and roads. In time, the coastline will settle down. Nature and the structure will learn to live with each other. But this may take years. In the meantime, the developers have bought a dredger. This will suck up the sand where it is built up along the coast and deposit it in the areas suffering from erosion, returning the coastline to its original shape. Dubai's beaches are safe, for now. The engineers are constantly working out how to tame nature's forces. The erosion problem is under control. But the threat to the project doesn't just come from the surface of the sea. They now face a new dilemma beneath the waves. How has this awesome megastructure impacted on the ecology of the area? August 2005. 4 years after the Palm project started, this audacious island stamps its mark on Dubai's coastline.
This was the first step, the big step, in putting Dubai on the map.
But by pushing into unknown territory, building structures never built before, engineers face new problems all the time. Since the Palm Island's conception, environmentalists have been convinced the building of this megastructure would destroy local marine life, ruining one of its greatest selling points, the azure seas it sits in. For the developers, it's a problem they're constantly watching. Every 6 weeks, divers check the waters. Fish and corals are monitored and measured. But fears that construction may have destroyed this underwater world appear unfounded so far. In fact, this megastructure seems to be having the opposite effect. Not only is the marine life unaffected by dredgers removing a metre-thick layer of sand, but the breakwater has created shelter for fish and is attracting new species into the area. Now the palm developers are turning this to their advantage. They plan to build the largest artificial reef in the world. In June 2004, 2 jet fighter planes were dropped to the seafloor for people to dive on. There are even plans to sink a red London double-decker bus. In true Dubai style, they'll create something from nothing to rival the reefs of Australia, the Red Sea, and the Maldives. Even before the Palm is finished, the Crown Prince is inspired by its success. Now he wants 2 more islands, each bigger than the last. Palm Jebel Ali is 1 year into construction. It's twice the size of the first, nearly 8 kilometers in diameter. This is designed to be a tranquil island, with 29 luxury hotels and an inner ring of water homes that spell out an Arabic poem scribed by the Crown Prince himself. Even bigger is Palm Dira. Work has just started on this whopping 14-kilometer-long island that will support 500,000 people. Although engineers have the confidence of knowing how to build these structures, they now have a more worrying problem: supply. To raise this island from the sea will take 1,500 million cubic meters of sand, 15 times the amount needed to build the first palm. Could this outrageous structure fall at the first hurdle because of lack of materials? Dredgers are driven further out to sea in search of enough suitable sand. But the engineers are confident that their goals are achievable. But just when they thought resources were stretched to the limit, the Crown Prince has the most outrageous idea of them all. To make Dubai the #1 tourist destination, he wants to build the world. 4 kilometers out at sea, hundreds of small islands are being constructed. Seen from the air, these islands will take the shape of the continents of the world. It's an even more complicated structure to build than the Palm. This is not 1 island, but 300, and each one is different, varying in size from 5 acres to 20. The deadline for these exclusive private islands is 2007. Arizona, Wyoming, France and Australia are all up for sale. They cost anything from $6 to $36 million, and that's before anything is built on them. But creating the world takes land reclamation to the limit. This archipelago of sandbars covers an area almost 7 kilometers by 9. Each island has to be built in exactly the right position to create the global look from space. Any mistake and the whole design will be ruined. The Palm Island put Dubai on the map. Now the world puts the map on Dubai. But have the developers gone too far? Will the demand for property keep up with the escalating build? Will the bubble burst? So far, 2 of the Palm Islands are completely sold out. A third of the world has been snapped up. But this still leaves a lot up for sale. But the developers are confident they see no end to the demand. Megastructures are the latest craze. To top all plans, in January 2005, they launched the Dubai Waterfront. This claw-shaped landmass won't just stretch far out to sea. It will also create 75 kilometers of waterfront, stretching into the desert. Together, all these megastructures will extend the coastline of Dubai from 72 kilometers to a whopping 1,500, a 2,118% increase. Meanwhile, the first Palms construction team continues to meet the deadline of 2008. But the island stands here in defiance of nature, proof that engineers can and will continually push the boundaries of engineering technology. The Palm Island is truly an awesome megastructure.